Now I'm going to bring the images in my composition. We go files, we have the images right here. And I'm gonna start with the sky image, drag and drop to my composition like this. Now mountains, I do the same thing, drag and drop in the timeline. Grass, drag and drop like this. Now road, drag and drop. I can put it here or directly here. And the last one, car, drag and drop, and I'm gonna leave it right here. I can select any layer simply by clicking like this. Of course, make sure the selection tool is selected and you select from here, or you can select from here in the timeline. Once a layer is selected, like grass for example, I can move it like this. I'm gonna put it right here. Road, I'm gonna put the road right here. Mountains, I'm gonna place the mountains right here. The car, and I'm gonna put it right here. Of course, the layers on top appear in the foreground and the layers in the bottom appear in the background. For example, if I change the position of the sky layer, I take it from the bottom to the top. Now it covers all the other layers. Put it back down here. If I take the road and put it on top of the car, now we see the car behind the road. That's not what we want. I'm gonna bring it back like this. Once a layer is selected, we can move it, of course. And we can also change the size by clicking on these points. Like this, we can change the size. I click on the grass. I can change the size like this. Mountains, I can change the size like this. I can, if I want to change the size proportionally, I can press shift and now it scales without any distortion just by pressing shift. And I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go back. I click on edit, undo scale object, or I can use the shortcut Control Z to undo. That's what I'm gonna do. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z several times like this, and I go back. Here we have our layers and we see the eye icon right here. If I click on the eye icon, the layers become invisible. If I want them to be visible again, all I have to do is click once again and I'll make them visible. If I want to lock a layer, I go here, lock, prevents layer from being edited. I lock the car, for example, and now I can no longer make any change to the car. Everything is selected except for the car. Control Z to go back. I can lock, for example, the sky, the mountains, the grass, and the road, and now I can only apply modifications to the car, and I can't even select the other layers by accident like this. I'm gonna undo this, unlock all these layers. If I want to focus only on one layer, I can use the solo option. Solo hides all non-solo video. Like click here on the car, for example, and now I isolate the car. I focus only on the car and I don't see the other layers. If I want to see the road, I click here. Now I only see the road and the car. And now I bring all the layers back. If I want to hide some of these layers to focus only on one or two, I can use this option. Shy hides layers in timeline. If you don't see it, you go here, toggle switches / modes, you click again until you see this. And now I'm gonna click here, make the sky shy, mountains same thing, grass, and I leave road and car. And now if I click here, hides all layers for which the shy switch is set. I only see these two layers, the car and the road, and I don't see the others. If I want to deactivate this, I click again on this button, and now I see all the other layers. I'm gonna go back like this. If I want to rename one of these layers, it's very simple. I choose the layer, I right click and click on rename, and now I can name it to whatever I want, just like this. I'm gonna undo this by pressing the shortcut Ctrl and Z.